Hello and welcome to the fourth lecture of periodic classification of elements. In the last lecture, we studied about the modern periodic law and modern periodic table. In this lecture, we are going to study the periodic trends in modern periodic table. In that, we are going to study the valency and atomic size. Let us see one by one. Let us see the periodic trends in the modern periodic table. In that, first trend is valency. You know very well, valency, it is nothing but the number of electrons accepted or donated during a chemical reaction. The number of electrons accepted or donated during a chemical reaction. Then there is a relationship between electronic configuration of an element and its valency. How this relation is? See, the lithium, the atomic number of lithium is 3 and its electronic configuration is 2, 1. Means in the last orbit it has 1 electron. To complete its octet it requires 7 electron. But it is easy to donate 1 electron than to accept 7 electron. So it donates to 1 electron and therefore the valency of lithium is 1. Just like that, beryllium. The atomic number of beryllium, it is 4 and its electronic configuration is 2, 2. In the last orbit, beryllium has 2 electrons. It is easy to donate 2 electron than to accept 6 electron to fulfill the octet for beryllium. So it loses 2 electron, hence its valency is 2. This is the relationship between the electronic configuration of an element and its valency. Likewise, suppose we take the oxygen. The atomic number of oxygen, it is 8. Electronic configuration is 2, 6. Means to fulfill the outermost orbit, oxygen requires 2 electrons. So it is easy for oxygen to accept 2 electrons than to donate the 6 electrons. So it accepts 2 electrons and fulfill its octet. Hence the valency of oxygen is also 2. This is the relation between electronic configuration of an element and its valencies. Then see, one table is given in the textbook, page number 25. That table, it also shows the relationship of electronic configuration and the valency of elements. See this is a table. It is made on the basis of electronic configuration in the modern periodic table. Then see electronic configuration of first 20 elements that is written here. See, from hydrogen, electronic configuration 1, then helium, electronic configuration 2, lithium 2, 1, beryllium 2, 2, boron 2, 3, 2, 4, nitrogen 2, 5, oxygen 2, 6, fluorine it's 2, 7 and neon 2, 8, sodium, argon up to argon, then potassium and calcium, just like this. Then what is the periodic trend in the variation of valencies while going from left to right within a period? What will you observe while we going from left to right within a period? See, 1 electron is increases in the outermost orbit. So for lithium, beryllium, boron, it is easy to donate the electron which are present in their outermost orbit than to accept the electron. So the valency of lithium is 1, beryllium is 2, boron is 3. Valency of carbon is also 4. But what happened from nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine? See, the number of electrons present in the outermost orbit of nitrogen is 5. So it is easy to accept 3 electrons than to donate 5 electrons. So the valency of nitrogen is 3. Likewise, the valency of oxygen is 2 and valency of fluorine is 1. Because it takes 1 electron and complete its octet. And this neon is already completed its octet. So it is a 0 group element. Then see, likewise sodium, while moving from left to right along a period, the valency increases by 1 up to the carbon and it decreases again by 1 from this nitrogen to fluorine. This is the periodic trend that we observe in the modern periodic table about the valencies while moving from left to right. Then see how this valency it differs in the group. See, this is the first group. This is hydrogen. It having only one electron in its first and last orbit. Lithium having one electron in the last orbit. Sodium having one electron in the last orbit. And potassium also having one electron in the last orbit. So, the valency of all these members which are present in the group 1, this is a 1. So, it is a group valency. We can say that the group valency of elements present in this group is 1. The group number indicate the valency. See about the second group. Each element present in the second group having 2 electrons in the outermost orbit. So, the valency of the members which are present in the second group, it is a 2. So, the group valency of second group, it is 2. The number of group indicate the valency. As we move from top to bottom along a group, 1 shell is added, but the number of electrons present in the outermost orbit remains same, and that is 1 in first group, 2 in second group. Likewise, their valency is also the 1 and 2. Let us move to the next periodic trend, that is atomic size. We know that the atomic size of atom, it is measured by using the atomic radius, and atomic radius, it is measured by using the distance between the nucleus and the outermost shell. In this case, see, this is the nucleus of atom and this is the outermost shell. First shell, second shell, likewise third shell. So this distance, it is called atomic radius. Greater the atomic radius, larger is the atomic size. Atomic radius, it is measured in terms of the unit, that is picometer. 1 picometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 12 meter. So this is a unit to measure the atomic radius. Let us see, these are the elements of second period. And these are the atomic radii that are given. The atomic radii of lithium, it is 152, beryllium 111 picometer, boron 88 picometer, carbon 77, nitrogen 74 and oxygen, it is 66 picometer. The atomic radius goes on decreasing while moving from left to right. How this happen? We know that in the lithium, 1 electron is there in the outermost orbit. As we move from lithium to beryllium, 1 electron is added in the last shell. From beryllium to boron, again 1 electron is added because the atomic number that is goes on increasing by 1. So, the number of positive charges. See, this is the nucleus. Here, the positive charges are there in the nucleus. There is the nuclear force acting on the electrons which are present in this shell. Atomic number goes on increases from left to right. So, number of positive charges that are also increases. So, it pulls the electron in the outermost orbit. See, this is the nucleus and this is the shell. And this is the, again, suppose in case of lithium, 2 electrons are there in the first shell and 1 electron in the last shell. As we move from lithium to beryllium, 1 electron is added, means there is an addition of 1 unit positive charge in the nucleus, and at the same time 1 electron is added in the same shell. There is a nuclear force acting on the electron present in the outermost shell. So as 1 electron is added, the more nuclear force is exerted on the electrons, and so that the atom becomes shrink or the size of atom decreases. so that as we move from left to right along a period, the atomic radius goes on decreasing. Let us see the atomic size along a group, how it varies. See, these are the elements belongs to the group first. The lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium, and these are the atomic radii given in the picometer. As we move down the group, the atomic radius goes on increasing. This is because, see again the structure of atom. In the lithium, only 2 shells are there. But what happens in case of sodium? 1 shell is added. As we move towards the potassium, again 1 shell is added. Means number of shells increases by 1 as we move down the group. So the electron present in the last orbit, they exert less nuclear force as compared to the first, so that the 1 shell is added, the electron goes away from the nucleus and exert lesser pull from the nucleus. That's why atomic size goes on increasing down the group. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe it, and press the bell icon to get the notifications of next video. Thank you.